with the new song Honest coming out tomorrow. Such a vibe, different from the last album. But I wanted to know why, I guess, out of all the songs, obviously you're probably working on a ton of new music. Did you want your fans to kind of hear this particular song as the first one from your next project?
I would say this being the first one, a lot of my songs recently have been kind of heavy. My last single was Ghost, and it's kind of, well, not kind of, but it's about death, and it's a very heavy topic. And I think I wanted to bring a side that was more, just less heavy, more light and fun, and just kind of a bounce. I grew up, playing the drums and being really rhythmic, and it has that really rhythmic feel to it. So for me, that was kind of what I wanted to showcase.
Definitely. And then just kind of listening to what you're saying in the song, I was just kind of thinking, like, do you find it easy to continually be inspired by your relationship as far as your songwriting goes?
I think relationships for anybody they're really they're hard to navigate. It's a constant dance, if you will. And yeah, I think being inspired by my relationship has, definitely produced some great music. And, sometimes you got that writer's block or whatever, but I said it before, but love is kind of like the foundation of life, and love being the foundation of like kind of like my music in general. So like it's important to me that like I'm singing about kind of what I'm living first, kind of deal. Like, for me, I was talking to Hailey this morning, it's like she's my priority before anything else. So just being on the same page with her is kind of like the main thing.
Totally. And I love that, especially, just listening to the lyrical content in this song. It's like, it just makes you guys seem like you have such a great relationship. And obviously, like everybody, being in a marriage, speaking like I'm married too, like you have your issues, but
Yeah.
You're always somehow find your way back to each other. And I love that you're just so honest and the way you speak about your relationship. So as a fan, I love that.
Thank you for saying.
And then as far as like, what's your friendship like with Don Toliver, and what kind of made you think that he would be the right person to kind of add something to this song?
Well, I was introduced to Don Toliver through Travis Scott, and I was at his house one day, and he played me some of his music, and he was like, "You got to check out this artist." Da da da. He's like, got the craziest melodies. You guys should do something together. And time went on, and I ended up organically meeting him through Skrillex, and so we did a song together called "Don't Go." And then we just kind of kept in touch, and he'll come over and hang, and we just became friends. And then we ended up just doing this record together. And he's from Houston. Shout out to Houston. We go to Houston on Friday. I'm not sure when this airs, but and yeah, he gives it that kind of Houston energy, which I really love.
Yeah, definitely. And then talk a little bit about the music video inspiration for this song.
Yeah, so I initially had one concept that I brought to Don, and he was like, I think it'd be sweet if we did like a winter snowmobiling type video where we wear big jackets and cruise through the snow. And then he was also like, we should also make it like an action thing. I'm like, all right, so action and snow, and he's like, bro, it's gonna be sick. I was like, all right. We pitched it to Cole Bennett, who's through Lyrical Lemonade, which is his company. And we basically came up with this concept, and I'm excited for people to see it.
Definitely. And I saw a little backstory that Cole wrote about I Feel Funny. How did that initial kind of idea spark for you?
So I grew up really loving Soulja Boy, and as a fan of him, like he would make these really funny songs that would just make me die laughing, and it was like him just being silly. And it's like, I wanted to show kind of like my personality in that sense of like being, because it's tough out here. I mean, life is hard, and like being able to like show that it's okay to just be silly sometimes. Don't take yourself too seriously. Laugh at yourself. Have fun on your job, have fun on your sets, I just think that's like a good way to live.
Definitely, especially there's so many just heavy things out in the world right now.
Yes.
I feel like it was the perfect kind of segue into like, oh yeah, by the way, I have a new song coming to on Friday.
Yeah.
All right, and we'll wrap with last question. Is this song a part of a bigger project? Is there an album coming? Obviously, there's tour dates, but what else is coming up for 2022?
Yeah, we're working on a project right now. We're almost done, and we're gonna figure out a good release date. But yeah, I've been working on music. It's something I can't not do. It's like a part of me. So it's like I'm gonna keep making music as long as I humanly can.